so much.
My dance ni mbocha yonse.
Then
Alright, so we do have a couple of stories lined up on the menu just for you this wonderful, lovely afternoon as you guys are enjoying your lunchtime in the comfort of your home. So we get to just run you through the headlines that we have on the menu. So ZESCO says power supply remains stable and nationwide load shedding is not expected. This is one of the most amazing stories that we have, so we don't get to have load shedding anytime. Then would you be nanguku?
Apo ichache mumno umaichaira cruiser so that
one of the disturbing. Or I've seen my Vikamba voice in my studies. Is there?
No, just do what you do so that it was having fun. So that by fate. No,
but you being the host, being the producer, without your interview, I guess.
So meaning by fate, kaidimfuna my stories here go on set covering. So
my stories when there was in
by 13:30, at least it can be we have already catered all the stories it and the moon entertainment so that my stories here no, just do what you're supposed to do. See a camera, yours is still on.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken WMBO Ken Dumbo, and you're watching Behind the Stars on LCM. So in every star, that's why I'm behind the stars. Anyway, why be that? Always make sure you watch and subscribe.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Governor Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
In the last 5 years, look at the people that have gone to jail for offenses that are not so clear, for offenses that even those in the UPND are committing. He called them Eva Lucifer. Is this how Hakainde Hichilema is going to run the affairs of this nation? By normalizing legality?
Oh yeah. How would you, like, at a scale of, let's say 10, how would you rate it?
In PF, I think I would give them 9% or 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Whilst UPND is 1.5 out of 10. So we cannot see an institution that is mandated to keep law and order misbehaving, then we just fold our hands to say no, because niba police kairi if you bafuire okubomba. No. The president and his government up to 2019, when he has failed to show direction.
Governor's Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV.
At LCM channel, we have great programs for all age group. 80% local content. LCM TV. Doing it the right way.
Where there is a vision, God always brings provision. When something is not broken, don't fix it. With the increase of CDF, we've seen a mushrooming number of schools that are now being built, classrooms that are being built across the country. Free education has come from nursery to grade 12. If not forms government in future, it won't be like, oh, parents should begin to pay. It will be a law. It's going to be very difficult for us to move that. The moment we vote out that kind of dilemma, I can assure you the free education is going to be taken away. Like somebody will be arrested, we shall say, no, this is just political witch hunt. People are able to know how somebody was able to acquire 70 cars, to acquire my helicopters at the expense of you Zambian people. Who unpaid authorities that we shive, I send them the lama, and even write a letter to a bank to say I want to be depositing so much on a daily basis. Corruption is the one that is making women giving birth. And there's the money that could have been used to build a school within the range. Somebody bought a helicopter. When this government came in, they said, can we not mine? We don't mine in the court. We mine at the mine. There is nobody in Zambia who has been stopped or refused to do illegal mining. Gamuleku lenganda. Kuna sometimes o waliko kuja kubata, waliko kuja kutujamu funa mwali kutabata masankanya pamukumu, wanda let us sacrifice to shtama block. What was supposed to be done? You don't borrow for consumption. You borrow for investment. You borrow to make sure that you activate certain economic activities. The opposition have got no program. And we, as the alliance partners, we are also there to ensure that we advise them to say, let us not take this path. It's better we take this path for the benefit of the people of Zambia.
Governor's Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV, doing it the right way.
afternoon, lovely people. Thank you once again for joining us here on the lunch break here on LCM TV, where we know how to do it the right way. So as you all know, this is a time where we get to interact with you guys. Some of the interesting trending stories in entertainment, current affairs, local trending stories, and sports as well. As you guys are enjoying your lunch time in the comfy of your homes. With me, your host here, Nadia Stuvo.
And it's Josiah Mwansa again. Thank you so much for joining us, like my my colleague has said here.
All right, so lovely people, we do have some interesting, amazing stories lined up on the menu just for you to spice up your lunchtime. As you guys, I'm sure, are right about this time, you are enjoying your meals in the comfy of your home. So to run you through on the stories that we have on the menu. So ZESCO says power supply remains stable and nationwide load shedding is not to be expected. This is one of the most interesting stories we have on the menu, Josiah.
Very much.
All right. So moving on into political affairs. The PF members allege police harassment at a hotel in Chipata. This, we do expect this because we're heading to the election, so these things usually do happen. Definitely. All right, and moving on into one of the most sad stories in local trending stories. Dramatic chase leads to the rescue of a woman allegedly screaming for help from a moving BMW. This is sad. Oh my goodness, but it's great that she was saved. Yeah. And moving in entertainment, we are going to talk about the films that are making headlines in the film industry. Not forgetting the 4 short films that will be rescreened there at Alliance Francaise due to popular demand. And in sports, we are going to talk about the Copa Queens who won the final ahead of the 4 Nations tournament. So they were against Zimbabwe and they won, which is amazing, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so that was just a highlight of some of the interesting stories we have on the menu. Stick around. When we come back from a short break, we'll dive right in. See you after a short break. All right, welcome back, lovely people, and thank you once again for staying tuned here on the lunch break here on LCM TV, where we know how to do it the right way. So like we said, we do have a couple of interesting stories lined up on the menu just for you to spice up your lunchtime, of course, by simply interacting with you guys. Some of the interesting stories are trending online in the world at large. So to begin with, ZESCO issues a nation of stable power supply. This is one of the most interesting and amazing stories that we have. So over the weekend or the past few weeks, we have been hearing rumors that ZESCO did announce that everybody must get access to solar panels ahead of the load shedding hitting the nation, but they come up with a story again saying that there will not be load shedding. Moving on forward, what you say about this, Josiah?
I know, but it's good if they are saying it, but then they shouldn't just say it because they want to say it, or maybe they want people to trust them, because at the end of the day, you find that it would be very good if we won't have load shedding like it was last year.
It was terrible.
Because at the end of the day, I'm in my business, mandiyo yenze chekungozisasira chepeyafunira, you know, but it would definitely help a lot of people come back into business with full force, you know. Yeah, I think it's good.
It's an amazing movement, because the time when load shedding hit the nation, like things were so hard for business people. You know, these people owned my shops. It was quite hard for anyone out there who's an entrepreneur. But ever since load shedding was up and stabilized, like people, you know, the businesses are running so well, and them coming up with this movement to say, issuing the nation that the possibility of load shedding won't hit the nation. So it's quite amazing.
Definitely.
It's quite amazing. At least it even gives hopes to entrepreneurs out there who rely on power to keep their businesses running.
Yeah, because you find that all of them printer, you know, they were they were disturbed in short, and things became so expensive and things became so hard to like find, because uzafuna tolopeze wa printer kuticha umpeze. Because and a lot of them started using solar, like you said, and generators and stuff. So you find that printing a paper, instead of you printing it at maybe 3 kwacha, wakuza chati 20 kwacha, and you can't even refuse, because you know that in Kakana, I won't find anywhere. So,
and just also in the entertainment industry, I remember when load shedding was very, very, very at its peak at that time. A lot of people stopped paying for these, you know, Go TVs, DSTVs, because we could hear in companies people saying, why should we keep on paying? But with this, I believe, you know, it will boost the business and sector, like those people who rely on power supply to keep their businesses moving. Even the entertainment industry as well. People be watching, because nowadays people are paying Go TVs now. They've started paying. They're watching their favorite telenovelas on Zambezi Magic, even other shows, you know, because power is at least, it's stable as of now. But again, the company, however, noted that isolated outages may still occur due to vandalism and faults on the network, and has urged members of the public to report such incidents promptly. So it's vandalism again of ZESCO property should be looked, you know, with full force, because pesa bantu bakubama kebo bashita bwanji ndiye vilenge sana na load shedding bamene.
Yeah, but I heard bateri wanachinja pa ya jama kebo ya mnewenzo panga ya japa ijata imenzo panga na kopa. Then I think at the moment they changed, they started making many, you know, where I don't know, but yeah, they just changed. I heard so. So they stopped, because I remember at a certain house when they came, they said these ones yamnetambo panga sibakuba olobabe. Yeah, so which is okay.
Because what normally they do, yes. Then they, oh my goodness, it's quite bad. But we need to, the ZESCO issue that, or rather they have advised that we need to report such incidents promptly. So what you say over this, ladies and gentlemen? Kindly get interactive with us, with me here, my colleague Josiah, in the comment section to let us know what you think about this issue. So moving on, police driver sparks social media debate. Questions have been raised on social media after driver of a Zambia police service vehicle attached to Kawata police station was allegedly seen using a mobile phone while driving. Hey, goodness. What's your take on this, Josiah?
No, do you know that? But then again, and that was a patrol vehicle. I think it's a near patrol. I'm sure. So maybe it's a patrol. But that was very bad.
Yeah, that was
because they're not practicing what they are. Because if he was the one, but then him doing that, definitely that was bad. And I feel they need to take action on that. Road safety, definitely they need to take action and just go there and find out the person who was driving that car.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you know, okay, if they are doing this,
exactly.
there is a punishable, you know.
There's punishment to that. So I agree with you, Josiah, honestly speaking. What if maybe an accident could have occurred?
You see?
And to think that this person is a police officer, just imagine.
And
these guys are supposed to lead by example. And it's good that a lot of social media users came out and said, no, these guys definitely do need to lead by example.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should start capturing. We just post. I mean, yeah. What's your say on this, ladies and gentlemen? What do you have to say? Can you get interactive with us by simply commenting in the comment section down below to let us know what you think? So moving on, DNA evidence clears father in pregnancy claim. Oh my goodness. In court news, DNA evidence has brought a significant development in an ongoing deferment case involving a Zambia Air Force flight sergeant. The forensic analyst has informed the Lusaka Magistrate Court that while the accused is biologically related to the allegedly victim as her father, he is not the biological father of the child she later gave birth to. Oh, this is traumatizing. What do you have to say about this, though?
But of course, so but then what did they do when they found out that since the biological?
Because the case is still ongoing, so we don't know how the magistrate court will rule or will go about this issue. But again, we have been saying that these things they're non-bailable, right? Because they did introduce a new law to say sexual offenders, rape cases, defilement, they are non-bailable. Yeah. Which is good, but we'll follow up with this issue and see where it will end. Because with this DNA test thingy, if you want to get a test, you just go there, you test, and then you find out the truth for yourself, which is amazing. Yeah. But we'll follow up with this issue, and justice must prevail. Definitely, but then just because I don't want to discuss what was very it's bad. But that was very bad. But anyway, and to think that this person is in the Air Force. Imagine. What is happening? We're from talking about a police officer using a mobile phone on the road, and now here's a ZAF sergeant involved in such a case. This is quite sad. These people must lead by example. Yeah. Come on. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, what do you have to say about this? Can you get interactive with us by simply commenting in the comment section down below to let us know what you think? So right about now, we take a break, and then after that, we'll be right back to continue interacting with you. Some of the interesting training stories online in the world at large. See you after break.
Where there is a vision, God always brings provision. When something is not broken, don't fix it. With the increase of CDF, we've seen a mushrooming number of schools that are now being built, classrooms that are being built across the country. Free education has come from nursery to grade 12. If not reforms government in future, it won't be like, parents should begin to pay. It will be a law. It's going to be very difficult for us to move that. The moment we vote out that kind of cinema, I can assure you the free education is going to be taken away. Like somebody will be arrested, we shall say, no, this is just political witch hunt. People are able to know how somebody was able to acquire 70 cars, to acquire my helicopters at the expense of you, Zambia people. Who paid authorities that we shive, I send them the lama, and even write a letter to a bank to say I want to be depositing so much on a daily basis. Corruption is the one that is making women giving birth. And there is the money that could have been used to build a school within the range. Somebody bought a helicopter. When this government came in, they said, can we not mine? We don't mine in the court. We mine at the mine. There is nobody in Zambia who has been stopped or refused to do illegal mining. Gamule kulenganda. Kuna sometimes waliko kuja kubata, waliko kuja kutujamu fina mwali shitabata masankanya pamukumu, wanda let us sacrifice to shtama block. What was supposed to be done? You don't borrow for consumption. You borrow for investment. You borrow to make sure that you activate certain economic activities. The opposition have got no program. And we, as the alliance partners, we are also there to ensure that we advise them to say, let us not take this path. It's better we take this path for the benefit of the people of Zambia.
Governor's Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV, doing it the right way.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Alright, welcome back, lovely people. Thank you once again for staying tuned here on the lunch break here on LCM TV, where we know how to do it the right way. Like we said, we do have a couple of stories lined up on the menu just for you to spice up your lunchtime as you guys are enjoying your meals in the comfy of your homes. So before we dive right to the remaining stories, we would like to highlight what we as LCM TV or Media House, we are all about. And I would love my colleague here to do the honors.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So thank you so much to our viewers. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching. I know venango watawako na panchito kutuche watambeko lunch break, and yeah, but then we appreciate you very much. So as we all know, we are Lishima Classic Media, and we deal with a lot of stuff. So we are not just media change, you know, but we are also a branding company. We do brand cars, we do brand t-shirts, we do large format printing, mabana vajawana ma concert vaja vemchama movie tambela na pama movie guide vemchama movies. We can do backdrops for you, we can do whatever you want, we can print your my tickets, anything we dealing a chena ma printing, just come to Lishima Classic Media and we definitely do it in the right way. We also do photography. Bamnemuna machiranga muliro, ma party, mulina ma weddings, you are going to civic center kusaina ko check my certificate.
Yeah, that's also a wedding, come on.
you are having a church service, but mulibeba ma camera, but yeah, you know, you want somebody to capture you. We do that as well. You can just reach out to us and we'll definitely do the right thing for you. Like we said, one of these days we'll definitely come with my photos and, you know, showcase what we do while we are advertising. And we also do develop my websites, my companies, and they are running, but mfuna ko my website, bonse vijatichaya. Tili na ma specialist bamnema mamenya, make sure not ma website ya AI we do proper ones because we've got the people that do it the right way. So if you want to develop a website, you want your car to be branded, you want your company to be branded, your shops to be branded, anything that deals with branding, we definitely do it the right way. And we just don't do news in maybe lunch break, but we also do streaming. Whether you are having a conference, you want your wedding to be streamed, you want your maybe kapenani, you know, any celebration that you have, but mfuna kuistream in a live, whether ni kusanga ni kuti kuli konse, when we want to do live streaming, we do it kuli konse kwe mulidi. Our network is itaba vili vonse vemu ngafune kulbe vimataba. All you have to do is click on that on that button, you remember our WhatsApp, and contact our numbers there on WhatsApp, and you can also contact us using our website www.lishimaclassicmedia.com. Thank you so much.
All right, so there you have it. You have heard for yourselves from my colleague here, Josiah, who has done justice. So those are just some of the services that we offer here at LCM TV. Get in touch with us because we know how to do it the right way. So now, moving back on the stories that we have on the menu. So Paramount Chief Mpezeni IV was put to rest yesterday at Mpendukeni. What a sad story we had as a nation. The Ngoni people, the Chewa people, the Tumbukas at large, they mourned their chief Mpezeni, who was crowned chief when he was 44, if I'm not mistaken. So his reign has stood a test of time, and we saw that a lot of people came to mourn together with us. Even foreigners did come in to mourn with us as Zambians. You know, this is very, very sad. What's your take on this one, Josiah?
No, it was very sad actually. You know, we definitely lost a very great leader, if I would say so, because I heard the statement here when Zokambati was a chief of the people. Definitely was a chief, because when we see my post, I'm never post around my social media, there are a lot of people who are appreciating him, a lot of people who took, you know, pictures. No, he just came to visit me when I was this and that. So yeah, we definitely lost a great leader, and I'm sure a great father, because if he was good to the people that he just knew while he was in power, then definitely he was a good father as well. So yeah, but then we say, yeah, you know, we continue saying condolences to the family, the royal people, and the royal Ngoni people as well. Definitely.
It's quite sad, and you know, just condolences to the family, because this is not an easy time. It's a tough time. The time whereby, you know, memories start playing back at the back of your mind. You start remembering the happy moments you had with the person. You know, and he had, you know, he ruled with authority, but he had a heart for the people.
Definitely.
He was a very a good man, a humble man, and we could see how he could join. You know, whenever he goes to a ceremony or a traditional ceremony or a function, when you know, people start performing traditional songs and whatnot, he could stand up in most occasions and start dancing with them. That showed, you know, leadership, because he had a heart for the people.
And for the Ntwala ceremony, maybe it will be the same, but definitely the difference will be there.
The difference will be there.
Because he took it, you know, where he stood on. He stood on the culture of you know, the Ntwala ceremony. Like he stood there, and I think could be culture inankarapo stable, or ceremony inankarapo stable monga Ntwala ceremony here in Zambia. Like their culture has just been, you know, settled parliament and Ntwala ceremony, and I doubt if it will be the same. Yeah, it will be the same, but the difference will be there. Definitely, because they will follow what the chief used to do, but the difference will be there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so right about now, we'll follow up with the succession issue, where, because somebody has to take over the throne. So we'll follow up, we'll see who will take over the throne, because, you know, the family needs to settle down and sit down and see who will be fit to take over. Nkosi Yamankosi, Chief Mpezeni, who was put to rest yesterday, which is very sad.
But I heard Pamela Bosanka, the chief from Malawi, will be overlooking what's this?
They have to choose,
So so I think ndio wamnazambo yanganira papa mne bakati Bosanka, then wakanganira wakasanka ndiye pamne manje, but and the chief actually is handsome. The other chief wambiri wamkonda wakazi na my girlfriend watu wamposita
ina natamba chema comment number ya bacha
the girlfriend aposta chief nje, who's this?
let the people just, you know, I did see that as well.
The producer just added to the photo kutimanje baonere ko futi my girlfriend.
Oh my goodness, I hope the members won't come for this chief. I'm just joking, Chimbuya mwebantu, please. But anyways, it's sad. Nkosi
Yeah.
Yamankosi has joined his ancestors, which is very, very sad. And it's, you know, it's quite surprising how he stood in reign for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, being in power for such a long time is not easy. And he has demonstrated leadership throughout these years. He has been a chief. You know, people just saw a good man in him. People saw a very, very good man in him, a true leader in him, which will be one of the things that will keep on reminding us about him whenever the Nchwara ceremony is taking place.
Because you know, ruling for 44 years.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
Ish.
All right, so what do you have to say about this, ladies and gentlemen? Can you get interactive with us by simply commenting in the comment section down below to let us know what you think. So moving on, political tension in Chipata arises. So this follows a story, so let me just interact with your gist. So still in Chipata, reports emerged that police officers in riot gear surrounded the Protea Hotel where members of the Patriotic Front were reportedly staying. So lawyer Makebi Zulu alleged that police officers were acting under instructions to force him and PF acting president Brian Mundubile out of Chipata. This is quite some tension, Josiah. What's your take on this one?
No, but it's bad, you know, it's bad. Because those people went there not for campaign or not for anything, but they went there to mourn the paramount chief. So if at all, maybe when they they would have waited for them to finish up everything. Maybe if they stay there now for like bachoka kumaliro, baziambira manje kunkala manje, maybe for like my campaign maybe yes. But then looking at them going kumaliro and now the police start bringing such confusion, definitely that's not good actually.
That was not good.
That wasn't good. Definitely it wasn't good.
You know, it's quite disturbing how we have been seeing the police. Okay, let me not dive right deep, because we did follow up with what happened with Mr. Gary Nkombo there in Mazabuka when he wanted to file in for MP. Then, you know, when those people were gearing up, you know, were gunning up to Mr. Gary Nkombo, we could see that some police officers were quite okay. They were performing their duty, but it wasn't that much. Yeah. And you know, coming to the story of Makebi Zulu and, you know, Brian Mundubile and Chipata, where
it's disturbing, but
it's
then
disturbing.
It's just not good.
That's why it's dividing the social media now, because people will start thinking otherwise.
Definitely. But then, they should just work on how they conduct themselves, because at the end of the day, this is, you know, where even when the ruling party is not even sending them, definitely people will be thinking as if they're the ones.
Yeah, they're the ones. And we have been seeing how Mr. President himself, Mr. President Hakainde Hichilema, how he has been coming out and saying, you know, we need to conduct ourselves in a mannerable manner, in a uniform manner ahead of these coming elections. He did say that any person who will be found violating campaigns on whatsoever bazamo mangiwa.
So it's quite disturbing actually.
So we only have a month to go, right? And this is happening. Oh my goodness. I just hope this thing dies down, like everybody just settles down, like Vishtika in a unity way, in a uniform way.
Very much.
What's your take on this, ladies and gentlemen? Can you get interactive with us once again by simply commenting in the comment section down below. So before we even dive right to the other story, we do have a video attached to the story of Mr. Brian Mundubile and Makebi Zulu. So take a look at this video for more.
No. You should worry.
Yes.
What's the problem? Those are wanted.
They are wanted.
Yes. That's the reason why you have picked them.
Okay. Yes. So for now,
can you drop it? Talking to you. Can you drop your?
In the meantime,
I'm not having a press conference.
No one is having a press conference.
Can you drop that one?
Let's avoid Let's avoid. I'm of him. Let's take on my own pattern. Get wrong patterns there. Get wrong patterns. Take on my own pattern.
Mari Samoa Uganda.
Alright, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Any comments over that video, please let us know what you think in the comment section down below. So moving on to local trending stories, a dramatic rescue story has been making rounds on social media. According to a post by Innocent Moyo, he allegedly witnessed a woman screaming for help from a moving BMW with no registration. Moyo claims he pursued the vehicle and together with another motorist driving a Lexus managed to stop it, which is amazing. You know, seeing citizens uniting, coming together as one, protecting another citizen from danger or harm is amazing.
Yeah, and I think abantu chebankale careful because most of the people up and they are in short, ndiye gimmick ebaletako chakwati, you know, when you ask for a lift, then they do this and that, they attack you. So I think people should be careful because that was very bad. And if she didn't ask for help or scream for help, definitely we don't know what would have happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's good. And I hate after they got the lady, police, which was very good of
which
them.
was amazing.
Yeah,
and
the
love,
unity was really nice.
Yeah, and I love how brave the young man, Mr. Moyo, how he was. You know, because it's not easy. But again, because sometimes you might be thinking as if, what if I moto kawena manfoot and then a joke and shoot it.
Yeah.
It takes braveness. They are like bravery for you to just stand up for your fellow citizen, which is amazing. I love the motive. Which is quite sad. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, now we dive right into entertainment and sports. But before we dive right into entertainment and sports, we take a break and then we'll be right back. See you after a break. See you.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way. Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Hi everyone, my name is Ken Dumbo, Ken Dumbo, and you're watching Behind the Stars on LCM. So in every star, that's why I'm behind the stars. Anyway, why me that? Always make sure you watch and subscribe.
Lishima Classic Media, we can brand your brand. From backdrops to roll-up banners, vinyl and PVC banners, gazebo tents, t-shirt printing, flag banners, business cards. Get branded with Lishima Classic Media today, because here at Lishima Classic Media, we're doing it the right way.
Governor Space every Thursday at 21 hours on LCM TV. We bring your leaders to account and explain things that they will do for you. Catch the discussion 21 hours on LCM TV. LCM TV, doing it the right way.
Welcome back, lovely people, and thank you once again for staying tuned here on the lunch break here on LCM TV, where we know how to do it the right way. All right, so like we said, that now we are diving right into entertainment and sports. We get to talk about what's trending in entertainment and in sports. All right, so to begin with, four powerful and heated short films to be rescreened at Alliance Francaise in Lusaka on the 12th of June due to popular demand. So last month they were screening 4 short films there at Levy Cinema. So the short films were namely Nina's Closure, Perpetual Beauty. There were a number of short films there, even Please Stay, which featured the Clive Gilbert Nirenda. So due to popular demand, because by then it was 100 kwacha. So people who went there, they paid 100 kwacha to watch 4 short films. But due to popular demand, these short films will be screened there again on the 12th of June this same month at Alliance Francaise there in Lusaka. So those of you who might be wondering where Alliance Francaise is, it's opposite to Lewanika. When you reach at Lewanika, you can ask anybody around there. They will show you where Alliance Francaise is, and you get to watch those short films at only 50 kwacha. But first 100 kwacha and 50 kwacha mkangio. Please, we need to support local cinema. So it will be screened. They will be screened there at 18:30 hours at Alliance Francaise. What's your take on this one?
I think it's nice that people are demanding local, you know. Definitely, it's nice that people are demanding local, and that shows that I think as a Zambian film industry, definitely vambochitako bwino, because ngati mundu angadimande Zambia nishi at least, you know. But then it's good. It's quite good where we see people demanding local, because it tells something. And it leaves something, definitely. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So moving on a sad note, the Zambian film industry mourns an aspiring filmmaker, Mr. Isaac Chiswesha, who passed away on Monday, 8th of June. So this is one of the sad stories that we have, you know, in the film industry. So Mr. Isaac Chiswesha was an aspiring filmmaker, and he was a very, very good storyteller and a script writer. So some of the movies that Mr. Isaac Chiswesha written were Anguish Part 1 and Anguish Part 2, and even The Trigger, which premiered 2 years ago at Levy Cinema. So he was a young, talented man, but unfortunately he died due to a short illness there in Chipata. So burial is set tomorrow. So the funeral is being held at there at 10 miles. So if you were a friend of Mr. Isaac, kindly please go to the funeral house there, mourn with them. And we love how Nama as well is mourning with the film industry, because they did post this sad demise or the sad story on their Facebook page, which shows that as the film industry is growing, and now they're starting to recognize each and every person, which is amazing. And I'm sure Mr. Isaac himself, you know, there are times whereby he wanted to be posted by Nama through his works, but it's sad that he gets to be posted once he has passed away, which is very, very sad. Okay, so moving on again to another interesting news in modeling. Our model management is in search of new runway models. Josiah, please say something about the modeling entertainment. About the modeling industry, sorry, please say something, you know.
No, it's, I think, each ticker. Read, you know, because I think modeling has been something that has been putting Zambia on the map, if I would say so. Apart from music and stuff like that, but when you look at models, you know, I think if I would say at some point kwenda, you know, like internationally, stuff like that. So it's good. It's good that they have started recognizing or maybe looking for more people who can represent Zambia, because tunaona ataenda ku India ndo winner, aenda kwa kutachoka number 2, number shani, which is good actually. Like, it's very nice.
Any word for Mrs. Alice Roland Musuka, because she is the gem. Like, she is, you know, she has sacrificed a lot to make sure that the modeling industry like develops or grows in Zambia. Following this same competition that we had, the Mr. Supranational, Mr. Cosmo, Mrs. Cosmo, you know, these guys who won, they were so excited. But it's all we owe it to her, because she has been pushing for this industry, the modeling industry, to, you know, to just progress in Zambia, which is amazing. Any word you have for her?
I think she's doing a very great job, because this is not just about her, I would say, but it's about her putting her own people on the map.
Exactly.
Because you know, she's not in Zambia, and I'm sure she speaks highly about Zambian modeling industry, if I would say so. Because if people can let me say recognize that we look for some people, or maybe recognizing Kumavialok, then I definitely would tell that she's speaking highly of Zambia, and she should continue with the same spirit, definitely. And yeah, it will one day pay her off.
Yeah, amazing. And it is paying off. It has started paying off.
Definitely.
All right, so moving on. Vincenzo humbled by Chile One in a traditional practice involving the Bembas and Chewas following the late Chief Mpezeni's demise. So here's Vincenzo, but it is not only Vincenzo, I've been seeing even Mr. Cosmas and like, just, you know, making sure that Maisten has the powder
No, it's good actually. Because at the end of the day, okay, you know, the bond is just getting more strong.
And ever since this thing started, okay, Chumbuya Chenzeko, Josiah, but you know that if there's one person who made it to, or who resurrected this same practice, is Mr. Cosmas.
Yeah.
You know, the young man, I did well. Like, at first people were like, we're not in support of what he was doing, but now people are loving it.
Yeah,
people are enjoying it. Even Mr. Bino Mpundu, he was busy. But you know the funny part, there was this bishop from the Catholic. He's the only one who survived. That Mr. Bino Mpundu couldn't put powder on his head, because he was like, no. But here's Vincenzo. Vincenzo is a victim. We do have a video attached to this information, ladies and gentlemen. See this video for more. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But apologies for the sound, as we encountered some technical errors there. We do apologize. Pardon with us. So moving on, Congolese musician, music icon Fally Ipupa was awarded the prestigious title of Knight in the National Order of the Leopard by DRC President Felix Tshisekedi. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. We have been seeing Fally Ipupa, you know, as one of those people who have been consistent in the music industry, specifically Congo. And, you know, so this award was given to him particularly of how he, you know, spreads Congolese culture in his music across France and some other countries in the world. So these guys really, you know, had to do something for him, because mostly if Fally Ipupa does a song, it's not only French. He mixes French with Lingala. So, you know, when the French people are listening, they are surprised. Oh, there's a little bit of our language, of our own, and African. So he knows how to mix Lingala and French, and that made the Congolese people proud even in France. We all know that the Democratic were under the colonization of the French people. So that is why they are so good at French. So French is their main language, and you know, so basically songs promote Congolese culture across France. You know, these French-speaking countries and other countries in Africa. That's why he was given this prestigious award. But what's your take on this one?
No, that man,
yeah, he's 48 now. He's 48 with 5 children, married.
Yeah, but you know, he's I think, like you've said, he's been consistent with his music, and looking at him, I don't think Kurimuntu Aminesa is because whether he's in Europe, whether and actually him. One thing I've loved about him, he promotes his language, like he promotes. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to sound as he sings. In French, in Swahili, it's okay as long as you have sung, but that's very nice.
So that's one of the main reasons why he was awarded an award, because he's just authentic to himself. He's stuck to his roots, like the Lingala, you know, the Congolese tradition, and this also follows up how he, you know, the stadiums in France, because there's this a new jam. He released a new album and he did quite well. He featured one of Nigerian's iconic musicians, Wizkid. He did amazing, and they got to perform together in France. And I can tell you, Josiah, like the stadium was fully packed.
Yeah,
the stadium was fully packed. I was quite surprised. I was like, what? But following up with him, like every time he does a concert or has a concert in France, the stadiums are just fully packed. Fully packed to the fullest. So no wonder the president, Felix Tshisekedi himself, was like, no, we need to applaud this young man. You know, sometimes we need to give people the flowers while they're still alive.
Yeah.
You just give them the flowers to appreciate them, which is amazing. We do have a video attached to this information. Take a look at this video for more.
Cher Fally Ipupa, au nom du peuple congolais, et en vertu des pouvoirs qui sont conférés par la Constitution et les lois de la République démocratique du Congo, nous vous faisons chevalier de l'ordre national du devoir et vous décernons la médaille d'or du mérite des arts, sciences et lettres pour vos éminents services rendus à la nation congolaise et pour vos mérites artistiques. Distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, cher Fally Ipupa, aigle. En vous admettant dans l'ordre national du départ au grade de chevalier, la nation congolaise ne distingue pas seulement un artiste, elle honore un parcours, une discipline, une constance, une œuvre, une voix, une présence scénique et une capacité rare à faire voyager l'âme congolaise au-delà de nos frontières. Cher Fally, votre itinéraire est celui d'un enfant de Bandalungwa, cette commune emblématique de Kinshasa, affectueusement surnommée Bandal, c'est Paris. À travers votre musique, c'est une part du Congo qui circule, qui séduit, qui rassemble et qui dialogue avec le monde. Je voudrais à cet instant saluer avec respect les grandes figures qui ont ouvert les chemins, bâti les écoles, formé les talents et consolidé la renommée internationale de notre musique. Je pense ici au défunt Grand Calais, Taboulay Rochereau, à Papa Wemba. Je pense également.
Alright, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a Fally Ipupa fan like me, I'm sure you're definitely over the moon right now because he was, awarded a prestigious award of which, he deserves that, because he promotes culture. Congratulations to Fally. I love Fally. I for one love Fally. Je t'aime Fally, eh? French. Okay, so we move on now to sports. Let's talk about what's trending in sports. So the Copper Queens ended the fourth nation tournament with an emphatic win over the mighty Warriors of Zimbabwe. So the Copper Queens punished Zimbabwe by 3-0 in a final match yesterday, following up this Four Nations tournament. So the teams that participated were Lesotho, Zambia, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. And the Copper Queens showed these teams to say, this is our home, this is our pitch, and we are the Queens here. They did justice. What's your take on that,
Zambia, Paicha improved.
Women, and I love, that Grace Chanda is now coming back in shape. I love how she played. Like, it's now the Grace Chanda that we used to know.
No, but it's, at least Zambia is improving now. Like, because kudala vantu venzotamba
nipakati chevenzotamba varabovaleka pamanyi vazambotamba.
Yeah, but then it's good that they're doing good and they're coming back in form. Definitely congratulations Kudiwa Zambia.
Yeah. All right, so lovely people, that's all we had for you on the lunch break today at LCM TV, where we know how to do it the right way. I'm pretty sure that you guys did love the interactions here. I'm pretty sure you did love the humor. I hope you did enjoy the stories as well, as we just colored up your lunchtime by simply interacting with you guys some of the interesting stories online and the world at large. All right, so Josiah here, my colleague, I'd love you to do the honors of closing the show for us.
Thank you so much to everyone who joined Lishima Classic Media LCM Channel TV. So like I always say is, you should always click that button share yako pa Facebook wako, so that at least these stories that we've been discussing here can reach more people, because mukazitambira mwe kanishimuli selfish, and don't be selfish. So click on that share button and at least share with your families, share with your friends, so that they may as well learn and inform others. Definitely. Thank you so much. It was me, Josiah Mwansa, and my co-host here,
Nadia Stuwo. See you next time, and be sure to join us again on Friday here on LCM TV, where we know how to do it
the right way.
Bye-bye.